Time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason talks like a spaz, and they love to talk about Bigfoot and stacks. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
Here we go. It is a Monday on the KVJ show. Good morning. Hopefully you guys had a great weekend. How are the Keys, Virginia?
Oh, the Keys were so peaceful.
Yeah?
It was beautiful, too, because the temperature was a little cooler, but it was super sunny.
Okay.
Oh, perfect beach days.
Well, that's pretty cool. That's good. All right, we'll unpack some of the adventures that you had this weekend. Bird, your weekend pretty good?
Well, I was keeping Virginia's man warm like an oven because she were out of town. I had to keep him.
Okay.
It sounds weird.
You had a cuddle party?
Oh, that does sound weird. No,
You and her husband?
We didn't have a cuddle party. But
Keeping him warm means you snuggled.
Oh, yeah, it does.
you know what I mean.
Sounds hot. Okay. So you had a good old time with him. Did you get all the snacks you could handle?
I tried not to be quite honest, because we have the big weigh-in today.
Oh, yes,
Oh.
you do. Yeah, okay.
I had to,
I was curious
kind
on
of
that.
tailor my.
Dang.
Yeah. I didn't know if you went crazy on that or not. Well, that weigh-in's going to be coming up here pretty quick, and the payoff today, the challenge between you and Suits for weight loss ends right here today.
Thank gosh.
Yeah, I know, right? You can get back to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's the pressure.
It is.
Of a weekend with no snacks.
It's always weighing on you.
It was 6 weekends, really, of no. And if you do eat it, if you eat like a Swiss cake roll or some pizza, it's always on your mind. You can't fully enjoy it if you know there's a challenge going on.
Welcome to my life, man.
I hear you.
Yeah, it's just tough. Okay, we'll get to that coming up. There were some cool things going on this weekend, too. I was able to check out Jupiter, that whole area. Your old stomping grounds there, Virginia, is turning into quite the place. I went and checked out that whole Love Street edition they did, and I went alone. Boy, that place was packed this weekend.
I can only imagine. It's the first, I think, real weekend that was open, right?
Yeah. The Charlie and Joe's Love Street opened on Thursday, and so I went out on Saturday, and the weather was amazing, and it was just crazy. They're going to have a little bit of an issue, I think, with traffic.
They're going to have a serious issue with traffic and parking.
Yeah, the parking thing was one of those where they just don't have enough spots. Maybe the crowds won't be as much as time goes on and we get into times like in the summer. But, man, it was one of those things where everybody was doing that vulture parking. You know, where they're following everybody around the lot trying to find a spot to go. And it was tricky to find a place in there. But it's great. It's a nice addition. It's, I would say, maybe the most desirable spot in all of South Florida, where you have probably, about 6 bars and really nice restaurants on the water at the Jupiter Lighthouse within a 1-mile radius.
Yeah. I mean, 7 if you count 1,000 North on the other side.
Yeah, pretty much all walkable.
Yeah.
If you want to do it from place to place, you could just, bar hop.
Totally bar
from one to the
hoppable, walkable.
Yeah.
Super conducive to just enjoying the outdoors of Florida. They've got, one of the venues with a rooftop.
Yeah,
little
that's
area.
Check that out.
You can pull right up on your boat and get food and get all kinds of affordable, like salads and pre-made fresh, delicious food. I love that.
It was cool. It was very cool. The parking will be interesting to see what they do with that, and then the traffic, because it is tight and it's a small road going in there, and you've got a drawbridge right there, and we got caught at the drawbridge, and boy, the traffic is really backing up. It's like, well, here you go. It looks like Miami Beach and Jupiter. I know Jupiter likes it a little bit more quiet too. It'll be interesting to see. They're not going to be so quiet anymore.
No, that whole area is booming. And then if you continue down a little bit, like if you go east of Love Street, there's major construction projects where they have cleared a lot of the area where those trailers were, and they're putting up, 3- and 4-story little duplex kind of townhome situations. Like, it's going to be very crowded.
So if you move to Jupiter for a nice quiet place, you might want to keep heading north.
Go to Tequesta.
Yeah.
Oh, it's real quiet out there.
Yeah.
Until Virginia talks.
Yeah, that's right. And we'll see what happens. So we'll run down the stuff from the weekend, everything going on, get you all caught up. We got a weigh-in coming up this hour and to pay off a little bit later on the show today. We got some Think Fast going to be coming up, and you can check it all out right now on KVJ TV. Just go to YouTube and look for the KVJ show.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, Jbird, it's official. Kim Kardashian filed for divorce.
We're leading off the show with that, huh?
Love is dead. Yes, her and Kanye have been married just a little over 6 years, but now it is completely over. She has officially filed.
This might be good for Kanye's career. I feel like when he got with her, did his music start to kind of fall off a little bit?
It hasn't been the best 6 years for his career.
No, it hasn't.
In fact,
I think it had fallen off a little bit before he got with her, though.
It really fell off.
the timing really is odd because remember he had that whole very successful album with Jay-Z. That was around 2014.
Watch the Throne.
And then that was
Kardashian.
about the last thing that he's done that's been really big. And then his career fell off for about, ironically, 6 years.
He stepped in that Kardashian trap.
I think he went a little loopy, too. Like, I don't know. I don't think it's all her. I think mental illness hasn't been his best friend.
I don't know, man.
What induced it?
You just say if you put a correlation of when Kanye started to fall off a little bit, it's when he was with the Kardashians.
Well, I watch Keeping Up. Well, I watch it a lot. I watch the show Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and I can tell you the problem is not Kim.
She broke that man.
The problem is Kanye.
I don't know. Let's do an analysis of all the men that she's been with. Ray J's career was never the same after that video.
Kevin speaking the truth.
Yeah.
Oh, Ray J's doing fine. He's an entrepreneur.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, he's fine.
Well, he is now because he's not with Kim.
Patrick Mahomes had his little baby. Him and his fiance had a little baby girl. Sterling Sky Mahomes was born on Saturday, so that's good news. Mm-hmm. And Brooke Shields is talking about an incident. Now, she doesn't say what happened, but somehow she broke her femur, which is the thigh bone, and they say it's the largest bone in your whole body. She didn't give a lot of details, but she said she's having to learn to walk again, and she has crutches and all kinds of drama, and damn, broke that big-ass bone.
Dang.
And that's what's going on in your dirt.
It's time for viral audio.
So hide your kids, hide your wife. Double rainbow all the way across the sky.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Did you guys see the story of the United Flight 328 that was flying from Denver to Honolulu on Saturday?
Yes.
Dang, this is crazy.
Pieces of the plane are like falling off to the ground below.
Yeah. One of the engines suffered a catastrophic failure and it started raining pieces of the engine down on a suburb of Denver. Just narrowly missed a home, and the video that they have of the engine. Have you guys all seen that?
I haven't
seen the video. I just heard the story.
It is crazy because you're just looking out the window and you know what an engine typically looks like. If you're watching KVJ TV, that's the video of the engine. And it's completely shredded and flames are coming out of it. See that?
Oh, hell no.
Yeah. So imagine that. That's what you're riding in.
Is that the thing that fell off? Did that fall off onto the ground, or it just stayed on fire onto the plane?
Pieces of that fell off.
Yeah, that's what it looked like after the big pieces fell off the engine and landed on the ground.
I'm surprised that doesn't happen more often, where things are falling off planes.
They should be sturdy. I
They
mean,
should.
They should bolt those things down.
I think they're talking about grounding all of those planes.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, Boeing has called for the grounding of 128 of its 777 planes. That's the one that lost the engine. Here's a little bit of the Mayday call from the United Airlines flight.
Mayday, Mayday, United 328 Heavy, Mayday, Mayday aircraft. United Denver, departure, United 328 Heavy, Mayday aircraft, just experienced engine failure, need a turn immediately.
There's a big boom, the kind of sound you don't want to hear when you're on an airplane. And I instantly put my shade up, and I was pretty frightened to see that the engine on my side was missing.
My wife and I were sitting inside the house. We heard this big bang, and then all of a sudden there was a bang and a crash. This object just rolls right in front of our house, right out the front window, trying to figure out what it is. And as soon as I open the door, I go, uh-oh, it's an engine part.
Dang, how about that, huh?
I just Googled how often do things fall off planes, and an article came up from 1995 saying it's pretty common. That was from the 90s. Hopefully we've gotten better since the 90s.
Common, huh?
No, they're saying no one's really dying, but it does happen.
I've heard of the blue ice that has come out of planes, which is basically just frozen sky poo.
Oh,
yeah.
That's awful.
That I've heard has crashed down before. So, yeah, it's a pretty amazing video, and I could not even imagine what it would be like being on that plane.
That's my biggest fear.
Yeah, some horrific stuff. Here's somebody else that was dealing with a scary flight. This being the human slingshot ride. You ever seen that? They have one in Old Town in Orlando where you get in this thing and it slingshots you up to the moon.
Doesn't look safe.
Except then it yanks you back. Well, here's this dude and his girlfriend. They're getting in, and the guy who's running the ride, they have jokes.
Oh, they do.
They have jokes like, you know what? Oh my gosh, your seatbelt. No, you got to fasten that. That's not going to be safe. And then as they're telling you that, then they let the ride go. So as you take off, you think you're not properly fastened in the ride.
I hate it so much.
As you're slinging up there, ha ha ha.
And you've paid for this adventure.
Yeah, you've paid for this terror.
I hate it.
But here's some guy. His girlfriend is pretty cool, but listen to him. He's not sounding as cool in this audio.
Gotta tighten your seatbelt. Huh?
Who, him?
Ooh, way too loose, man. You can slip out. You gotta tighten it. Pull on it.
Bro, you were. Oh my God.
No, pull it from the bottom.
Hurry up. Wait, is my too loose?
Actually, both of them. Hurry up. Hey, I got both seatbelts completely loose.
I didn't get it done. Mama.
He had us real good.
He started crying for his mama.
That's embarrassing. That's not cool to do to people.
Oh, and the video's going viral now. The kid's just like, oh, mama.
When I jumped out of the airplane that one time, that's what they did the entire time. The guy who was my instructor, the entire time he goes, well, make sure you got to pull that one string, not the wait. Is it the right string or the left string? I can't remember.
Yeah.
And you're thinking he doesn't know what he's doing. He's doing jokes. He's making you feel terrible.
Yeah.
It really wasn't enjoyable.
I hate him.
Yeah, I didn't like it either.
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
Is that how they get their like jollies?
It is. It is how they get their jollies.
Well, because I was already scared.
Yeah.
I hated it so much.
They get off on it.
I don't understand why you would do that to people. You must be an evil, evil human.
Because they know it's not going to go wrong, but they like seeing the fear.
Yeah, they add to the fear. Yeah.
They're sick.
Got you.
They're just a few steps away from serial killer.
It's the only power they have on this planet, Virginia.
It's quite a power,
They're
Kevin.
disgusting.
And Virginia does not approve.
I do not like that. That is mean.
Your decision-making skills are on point. You're listening to the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you think about Jbird?
Reading this interesting article about worrying, and you always hear that one stat, only 8% of your worries really are worth even worrying about, that all the stuff that you do consume yourself with, most of the time it does not happen.
Don't sweat the small stuff.
Well, even the medium stuff, because I don't even know if the medium stuff's going to even happen. They even said with your health that you worry about your health all the time, but only 10% of the stuff that you're worried about is going to ever happen to you. So you're worrying about all of this crap, and most of it's never going to ever happen or hit you in your life.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of an eye-opening thing to think about, especially if you're younger. I remember being a teenager, and I loved playing baseball. I loved it more than anything, but I worried all the time about it. And I think it made me not enjoy it. I could have played better. I could have had better moments if I didn't worry so much about all this stuff that, honestly, a lot of it didn't even happen.
No, you're right, because you're making your life more miserable. You're doubling the pain of something that may not ever even happen. And usually it doesn't. But it's easier said than done, I think, to have that kind of mindset where you deal with problems as they come up and you just do your best in life and take the results that happens.
Would you say the older you get, are you worrying more or less?
Less.
You worry less?
Yeah, I haven't ever been much of a worrier, but I think I'm getting better with it as I get older.
Do you worry? I think you worry more, Virginia.
I think I worry more.
You're in the rarity because they say people who are older, they start to worry less. And I think because you just, I don't know, you've been to the puppet show, you've seen the strings.
Well, I think you understand that you can blow a lot of things out of proportion. And as you get older and you've seen more things, you realize the things that you worried about weren't worth the time that you spent worrying on them because there was nothing there.
Yeah, one of the stats, things that will never happen, 40% of things you worry about will never occur in any way, shape, or form.
Well, I hope not, because if you could hear what's going on in my head, if any of this crap happens, we're doomed.
Well, even with Corona, you were worried big time a lot about Corona, and a lot of the fears you had, did they come true? Do you think you over worried?
I don't know. I mean, I caught it, so I guess there was something to be worried about.
Yeah, I think we do waste a lot of energy worrying about crap that never happened. Just something to think about.
It is a good way to start off a Monday, Bird.
Look at you.
Thank you for that perspective. Virginia, what do you got on your mind today?
I just wanted to talk about this fun little restaurant. I know you know about that Bo's Fish Wagon or Fish Shack, in Key West. Bo's Fish Shack. It's like a little, like a little shanty.
Oh, I love that. That's very Key West looking. Yeah, show that off. That's where in Key West?
It's Key West. It's like off the beaten path from Duval Street.
Okay.
But really only
Those are
like
the best places.
3 or 4 blocks off the beaten path. But it seems like it's not on Tourist Row.
Yeah.
And so what I loved about being in Key West this weekend was being off of Tourist Row. Duval was packed.
Was it? Okay, yeah.
Hog's breath. Packed.
Yeah.
And, it can be a little overwhelming to see that many people, and you're like, whoa. But places off the beaten path like Bo's, if you go down to Key West.
How do you spell it?
B-O''S.
It wasn't a motorcycle bar, was it?
It was not.
Okay.
It was like a little shanty of a shack.
Yeah.
And you walk up and you have to, buy your food ahead of time, and then you go find a table.
Oh, that's cool.
There's no waitress service. But I loved every minute of it because I love a little shanty shack.
Yeah, that's the stuff that is great about Key West. And a lot of the best places in Key West aren't on Duval Street.
Thank you.
You got the Blue Heavens, you've got the Green Parrots, you've got all these places that are fantastic that aren't right there on the strip.
Yeah, I stumbled upon some motorcycle bar in Key West, and I wasn't really welcome there. It was like a movie. I'll tell you the story off the air. It's too long, but it got weird, man.
Did you walk in and they wanted to fight you?
I walked
But then
in.
you won them over by dancing on the bar to tequila?
Well, I walked in because I was wearing youth catcher's gear. I had a whole baseball thing going on. I was overserved.
Young and drunk?
I wasn't that young.
Okay. Even better.
Old and drunk?
I wasn't that young. What I got on my mind today, I finally got to a Blaze Pizza.
Oh, good.
I'm in a weird pocket where they don't really have a Blaze Pizza near us because there's one in Boynton Beach, there's one in Jupiter, and we drove by it and I was like, oh, let's go check that out because I'm on that keto crust kind of kick. I do love pizza, but being on keto, it's a little bit more challenging. So I went to go and compare to the place where I usually get the cauliflower crust because everybody been telling me about Blaze. It was really good.
Good.
It was cheaper by about $5.
Blaze is very affordable.
Yeah, the crust held up better because the other pizza that I did notice the last time I got my cauliflower crust, it was kind of wimpy and it was just falling apart. And
I know where you go, where you used to go, because they put one up in Jupiter as well. And I went, and I was used to paying Blaze prices.
Right.
And that place is expensive.
It is.
And I don't think it's better.
No, in fact, I would tell you that I thought Blaze was better. And like I said, for just one regular little pie that my wife and I shared, it was $5 cheaper, and we got more toppings. So, yeah, to me, comparatively, Blaze wins in every category that you put it up for.
Interesting.
So, yeah, I loved it. But again, there's a real hole in the market. So if anybody's going to do franchise stuff, Blaze is needed in West Palm Beach because for me, living right there, the main drag in West Palm, you got to go either 20 minutes south or basically 20 minutes north to get to one.
They also have those M-O-D, made on delivery. Those are kind of like the Blaze too, and those are good.
Okay.
And they're coming north. They're down south, but they're expanding up here as well.
Okay, I've seen that. I've not been to one of those.
With the Blaze, do you give them 5 out of 5 slices or 4 out of 5? What's your grade?
I would say a solid 4 out of 5.
Okay.
I don't know how it could have been much better. But, maybe if a 5 out of 5, I'd hear angels sing.
I would love to just go into a Blaze and just explore and do my own thing. Just to take over back there and make my own pizza.
Well, I want to get back to try because they had a cauliflower crust and a keto crust. They're
two different ones, yes.
And so, I talked to my wife. I don't know if you ever wound up in this kind of situation where I was even asking her this morning. I was like, so on that cauliflower crust, she said, oh, yeah. She said, that's keto friendly. I'd looked it up. And you don't see, this is the thing. When somebody else has looked it up, I can't double down and then really go look it up myself. And so I'm really trying to fight the urge because I really want to go make sure that the cauliflower crust is truly keto.
Well, because the pie is so affordable, you should have got both. And then you'd have had leftovers.
I mean, I didn't want to say anything.
I was just overeaten.
Yeah, but you did it wrong. You should have got 2.
I mean, the Blaze pizzas are not big. You have to get 2.
Yeah.
When I go, I get like 5.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, the fact that you left and you did not get 2 is very disappointing.
Yeah, I don't get. Fat Kevin doesn't do it.
Each kid gets their own because they're not big.
They're not, no.
But they are affordable and they are fun. And then each kid feels so special that they got their own pizza.
You're right, though. With some of the prices of those smaller type of pizzas that I know some of these places are making, the design type of pizza, it shouldn't be more. Double digits kind of. That's a lot of money for that kind of pizza.
Yeah,
and some places are doing that.
Yeah, the place that Kevin used to go to.
And I do love the place you're talking about. I don't know if you did say the name on the air. It's really good.
I have before, yeah.
But to your point, it is very expensive.
Right now,
it's very expensive, and that's what if I'm coming in there to get pizza, it's because I have a family and my kids, and they all love pizza, and you got to price it thinking about families.
Yeah, well, I would just tell them on a scouting report. Because if you're doing a comparative, when you can get a better pizza for a good chunk of money less and even get more toppings, like I said, there are 3 categories to check off. Blaze won all 3. I would say that's a problem for them. If I were just coming in as a scout, I'd say, hey, guys, we got to figure this out. Because if we had a Blaze that opened up right next to that place.
Which you probably will be soon if they're expanding like they should be.
Here's the thing, though. That place you're speaking of that's expensive, they got no problem turning tables. They have a lot of people that love their food.
Because they don't have a competitor.
I mean, they do.
And they're considered more gourmet. When you walk in there, you're like, okay, it's a little bit more of a gourmet, elevated experience. But the Blaze product brings the heat just as well. And at the end of the day, that's what it's about.
I need to weigh in. I haven't done enough with Blaze. Now I need to go and really both pizzas you're talking about. I really need to see if there's a major difference here.
Well, I'll just tell you, for me, the only thing and the only reason why the other one would win right now is just because of convenience. But if they had a Blaze that was within the same driving distance, for me right now, Blaze would win. So somebody make it happen. Where's the franchise person? I want to get on that.
Maybe you should make it happen.
I know. Trust me. I thought about it.
Investment Kev.
Yeah. Time to get a Blaze pizza going in West Palm.
I mean, I am in.
Bird, okay.
Yeah, I'm in.
I'm in, and he'll eat all your profits.
I mean, you want me to do that, though.
Yeah.
I'll sell it.
All right. Well, we're talking pizza because Bird can get back on that train here as much as he wants. I know he's still dabbled a little bit while he's been doing this diet with Suits. The Bird and Suits Diet Challenge ends today. In a matter of minutes, we're going to find out who lost more weight. We're just doing it on straight up pound versus pound coming up here, and the loser has got something to pay off today here on the KVJ show. We'll do the weigh-in and give you all the details on the way.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
Yeah, like I said, I'm in a Blaze Pizza kind of desert. There's just none around. People are saying, oh, there's one in Wellington, Memorial Palm. It's kind of weird because every Blaze is about 20 minutes away from me and all equal directions. So I think it's about time. One is needed.
I think I have a feeling, and this is just pure pizza, spiritual feeling right now. I think one's going to come in Palm Beach Gardens. It just feels like it needs to.
Sure.
I'm sure there are plans. Because they are doing well in the stores that they do have.
Okay. Got to get something going on here. Thank you very much for all the info on pizza. It's a very important thing on this show.
All this pizza foreplay before the weigh-in.
Yeah.
I mean, I cannot wait for this to be over.
I know, yeah, you get your digits in and you're good. Okay, here's what we got. This is week 6. Jbird and Suits wanted to challenge each other and put something on it for motivation, try to lose some weight. 6 weeks ago, they both weighed 182 pounds. We followed the course of this. Now here we are in week 6. After 5 weeks, Bird had lost a total of 4 pounds, and Suits had lost a total of 11. Last week, they were at 178 for Bird, 171 for Suits. Now it's overall who weighs the least today. Jbird is up on the scale. He's in nothing but his undies right now, taking a quick look at it. How we doing, Bird? And how do you weigh here in week 6?
Do you want me to say, do you want him to go, do you want to do it like a...
I'll let him go first. You came off there. You look like you're kind of content.
He's making me nervous, actually, because I saw the number come up.
Take off all your clothes then, Suits.
No, I think I got this still. I think I'm good. I took off my belt. I've got nothing in my wallet or any of my stuff on. I think I'm going to be good. Shoes off.
He saw mine, and I know he knows his, so I don't know what he's doing right now.
Okay. All right, so Bird has already done the weigh-in. Suits last week is at 171, 11 pounds down. Okay. How does he look? Is that relief? Is that...
Wow. That's amazing.
I mean, boys, you got to give us some numbers here.
It's closer than I thought it was.
It's actually very close.
Okay.
All right. I was 168 pounds.
Okay, so you are 3 more pounds down through the whole course of this. You have lost pretty good, Suits. You went from 182 to 168.
I'm happy with that.
I mean, just consistently every week you've been down. You've been doing the work.
I tried to always make sure my cheat days were early in the week. This way I was not bloated or anything when we came in on Mondays.
Yeah, 14 pounds. Okay, that's pretty good in 6 weeks. Okay, Bird, you were at 178 last week. That would mean you would have to have lost 11 pounds to beat Suits in 1 week. What was your final tally?
Final tally, do you want to say it, Suits?
This is actually pretty impressive. 170.
170.
I've lost by 2 pounds.
He got a lot closer than I thought he would.
8 pounds.
Well, last week I had a really, really big meal before the weigh-in to kind of throw off the numbers a little bit.
Okay.
He's playing mind games.
Psych him out.
Well, good job. We lost weight.
Hey, that's what we wanted, right?
Okay.
We lost weight. But man, that was closer than I thought it would be.
Now can we start celebrating?
You can do whatever you want to do.
Can we get...
Do whatever you want to do, man. You guys are done with. That's good. Yeah.
What's the punishment? I know at one point you said we're running through a store, but I think that changed because of legalities.
Yeah, I think just because of sponsorships and all that kind of stuff and legalities at the same right. I think what we're going to do, and also too to get more bang for our buck, is starting just after 8 a.m., we're going to put one of you out there on the street in a mankini with a sign acknowledging and letting people know that you had lost the weight challenge.
Okay, I'm holding this up. We are going to probably have to tape it a little bit because my business will be out.
Oh, yeah, we don't want that. Oh, that's a Santa-themed mankini.
That's Panda's.
Oh,
yes.
that's lovely.
I got it for him one year for Christmas.
It's been washed?
Maybe.
Looks clean.
I don't think it's been washed, but let me just say, when he had it on, he only had it on for like a minute.
And Panda's healthy as a horse. Nothing going on there. I like this. I call it birdkini.
Okay.
Birdkini.
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 Okay, so after 8 o'clock, we will let you know exactly where, and you can see what Jbird looks like. You get to show off that bod now.
I still look terrible, though. I was looking at my naked body today, and it's pretty gross still. Yeah, I just look like I'm skinny fat. It doesn't really make a difference.
Okay. All right, here we go. Little Monday back in it. Virginia over there working out her life issues with her daughter.
I can
What's
tell.
What's going on today? What's the Daily Mags drama?
She left her wallet in her little friend's car, and now the friend has her wallet, and she needs it back. And I've got to drive, 45 minutes round trip later to go get it.
All I heard was, so I got to drive to West Palm later to get this.
Always something, huh?
Well, here's the thing. When you leave your wallet in somebody's car, it should then become a problem. She left her wallet at a bonfire about a month ago.
Okay.
And it became a big problem because the little kid's mom found the wallet and brought it in the house. And then she thought somebody stole it. So it was a whole big thing.
What to do?
Again, I'm the Uber driver. I got to drive around. We got to look for the wallet. We got to try to solve the problem. Like, I'm ready for this to be a little painful for her. So she stops leaving her wallet places.
Yeah, because
if I keep swooping in and getting the wallet and saving the day,
right,
you're never inconvenienced. You're never learning a lesson.
Mm-hmm. You know what, though? You look at it as a happy accident. And when you have to go to a town you don't want to go to, always go to a restaurant that you normally don't go to. So it's not a wash. Yeah, you're driving to West Palm to pick up the wallet, but maybe stop at that new shrimp place you like. I don't know, half full.
Yeah. Oh, and somebody did say there was a blaze in Palm Beach Gardens at PJ Military there in the Midtown.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. So you could go there, get some pizza. Thank you for those notes.
I'm going to do that experiment, too. The one where I'm going to go to the one place you keep going to that's expensive. I'm going to compare it to Blaze and see what the difference is.
Yeah.
I love that. A pizza tasting.
Yeah. You know what y'all do with Mags in the Wallet thing?
What?
Somebody just text in is every time she leaves it somewhere, whatever cash or money is in it, then that becomes yours, and that is the payment for every time she loses it.
Gas money.
Yeah, the money that is in it is forfeited as a finder's fee, basically. So maybe that will encourage her to not start losing.
I like it. I don't feel like driving 45 minutes round trip today.
Nobody blames you on that. Yeah.
Maybe Jbird, can you go and meet up with Magnolia's friend at her high school and get the wallet?
You get to keep the money, though.
If you need me to do it, I will, although I'm not real jazzed about going to a high school by myself. I think I might look creepy. I don't have kids.
I have no kid.
Who's that guy?
I'm looking for this one girl.
You guys know where Blaze Pizza's at?
Well, this is an interesting list from ScreenRant.com of the worst movies with the best cast. I have seen this. It's kind of an odd phenomenon that sometimes they just throw all these celebrities in there, great actors, actresses in their own right. And I almost think that there's a ratio that comes out of this, that you can only really have maybe 2 or 3 great actors or actresses in a movie before they kind of cancel each other out in a weird way.
Sometimes it's too much talent.
Yes.
And they'll do these projects where they can just say, okay, we were, and maybe they'll have just a little cameo or something like that. And maybe because they thought there were so many other big names, they didn't put so much thought and time into reading the script and caring about it. Whereas if it's their name, because, they're like, well, there's going to be a lot of big names that are going to share the blame if this thing tanks. But if it's mainly my name, then it makes me look bad and could really affect my career. But if I'm in here with 10 other big actors or actresses, it's not going to really hurt me, right? Because there's so much blame to go around.
Hey, when I say too much talent, I kind of also mean too much ego as well.
Yeah, they listed the movies that have the best cast, that are the worst, and here's their ratings on Rotten Tomatoes, and there is a lot of truth to a lot of these. One of the worst that is out there is that Valentine's Day, 18% on Rotten Tomatoes.
The audience score, too, so that tells you how badly it sucked.
With Jessica Alba and Kathy Bates, Jessica Biel, Bradley Cooper, Patrick Dempsey, Jamie Foxx, Jennifer Garner, Anne Hathaway, Ashton Kutcher, Queen Latifah, Julia Roberts.
And it's only got 18%.
Wow. And how expensive was that movie?
I wonder, I would like to know why these big names take on a movie like that, and then why it winds up being bad. That's the only thing I think. Now, I don't know why they would take it on, because you can't imagine that they would pay those people that amount of money. So why would they take on a project that is just jumbled with that many great actors and actresses in it. I think the reason why the movie could be bad is because, like I said, they don't put enough time into really caring about the script and the story because they're like, a lot of blame to go around.
I.e. Ocean's 12. You have all that talent in there, and man, did that movie suck.
That is one of the better rated. That's a 60%, but that has a Matt Damon, Brad Pitt, George Clooney, Don Cheadle in that.
Catherine Zeta-Jones. She's on the list a couple times, Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Mm-hmm. Says something. Some of the other really terribly rated ones, they've got Year One. Now, this is debatable because, some of these guys, I think maybe they take more chances in comedy. This is a Jack Black, Michael Cera, Danny McBride, Paul Rudd is in that. So I don't think as many big names, but that was 23% on Rotten Tomatoes.
There was also that one movie. Remember that stoner movie, How High? And I think they had Natalie Portman in that movie.
Yeah.
What the hell was she thinking?
There's a couple movies like, what were you thinking? The Love Guru, that really kind of started to kill Mike Myers' career. He didn't do much after that movie. That had Jessica Alba, Justin Timberlake in it, John Oliver, Stephen Colbert. Not that those are great actors in their own right, but they're big comedy names. They had Cats on there. That was one of the later stink bombs not too long ago. You got Jennifer Hudson, Judi Dench, Rebel Wilson, James Corden, Taylor Swift, Jason Derulo in that. You've got Gangster Squad. That was not great. And then I remember Rock of Ages. That was actually filming down there in Miami Beach. I think they were at the Eden Rock. That's where they were staying. We were down there at the same time because I remember Paul Giamatti was in our hotel when he was filming that.
Didn't your boy Tom Cruise, he sing on that? Was that really his voice?
Yeah, I think it was supposed to be. He loves to do his own stunts, so I can't imagine he wouldn't do anything but his own singing.
Oh, I can see him really taking it seriously.
Did it sound good?
I think so. I mean, it sounded fine.
But you put anybody in the studio and you can make it sound good.
I just didn't like that movie.
Had Alec Baldwin, Russell Brand, Catherine Zeta-Jones again, like you said. So Rock of Ages is only 55% on Rotten Tomatoes. So there you go, an interesting list of the worst movies with the best cast. A few birthdays today. Big old birthday shout out to Khalil Mack. He is a big star in the NFL with the Chicago Bears, and he's from Fort Pierce.
Oh.
Yeah, so he's one of the South Florida NFL guys, but arguably one of the best defenders in the NFL. So happy birthday to him, turning 30 today. Also, Drew Barrymore is turning 46 years old today. And a happy 8th birthday to Brayson from Mom, Dad, Kaylin, Ryan, and Ashley. They said that he has been looking forward to his birthday so he could hear his shout out on the radio.
Oh, we gotta give him a chant. What's it? It says Brayson?
You could chant that, but it'd be yes, it's Brayson. Brayson, Braysen is his name.
Brayson.
Yeah. Very nice. Happy birthday, bud. Also, happy birthday to Clara from Mom, Dad, Tristan, Sophia, Cecilia, and Balti and Otto. Happy 9th birthday to Jeffrey Spicer from Mom and Dad and Stacey. And we also, Sadie. And we also have happy birthday, Sammy. Lots of love from Mom, Dad, Tucker, and Cooper. So there you go. You got a birthday, you want to get on the KVJ show, just let us know about it. Mail at kvjshow.com. MAIL at kvjshow.com. Got an email from one of our KVJ Nationers, a mom who wants to know if she should put her happiness on hold. She said, I've been secretly dating my son's baseball coach for almost 2 years, and he's tired of keeping our relationship a secret. Now, I want to keep it private, and it's all because of my ex. We had my son as a result of a senior prom kind of night. Okay, that's interesting. And she said we then, after having him, decided to give marriage a try. Only lasted 2 years. So since the divorce, we both remained single, placing most of our life's focus on our son. My son's now a junior in high school, and he's really into baseball. And he hopes to one day play in college and maybe even beyond. His father loves that he plays baseball and is the one who is paying for all of his baseball lessons. In fact, my ex has done well financially and has put my son through private school and has given him everything that he's ever needed. So we got this weird triangle where I'm dating my son's coach and his father is close to him too because of baseball, but has no idea that we're even dating. Now, my ex has been paying my boyfriend for these private lessons for years, and my ex has never been receptive to anybody I've ever dated in the past. In fact, when my son was in elementary school, I gave up dating for several years because of the strain it would create in my life coming from my ex. He would do a lot of passive-aggressive type of behavior. And I know he would be furious if he knew the truth, and it would greatly interrupt my son's life at a very crucial time. All we got to do is just make it through graduation. Another year and a half, basically. But my boyfriend, the baseball coach, is ready to start making real memories now and is tired of hiding in the shadows. My boyfriend's kind, generous, funny, passionate, strong, understanding, and the most incredible human being. He deserves this. But my son doesn't deserve the grief and strain that our going public will create for him. My love life can wait, right? My boyfriend has not spoken to me since Valentine's Day when all this came to a head. What do I do?
I tell you what, man. In the baseball world, I saw it so much where parents were sleeping with other parents and kids didn't know. A coach is sleeping with a mom. This happens so much, Virginia.
So you've got this awkward thing going on where she shows up at the batting cage to watch her son. She's dating the batting coach or the coach that's teaching him. The dad is paying the coach and has no idea that his ex is banging the guy giving his kid lessons.
Yeah, I mean, during those private lessons, the dad is probably there watching the guy that's sleeping with the ex the entire time.
Right, they're all there in this awkward thing where the guy who's paying for this doesn't know that a relationship is happening with his ex-wife and his son's baseball coach. And the son's baseball coach has been dating the mom for a couple years. Is like, enough of this. Like, we are grown adults. You're allowed to make your own choices. And I'm tired of living life in the shadows. We can't go out anywhere. We can't do anything. We can't make real memories that a couple would because you have to hide and be secretive about this.
So the son doesn't know that his coach and his mom are hooking up for 2 years?
Apparently nobody knows.
They've kept their...
But imagine all the strains and restraints that puts on an actual relationship if you have to hide from a kid who's a junior. Imagine hiding, Virginia, a relationship from your daughter.
Yeah, you couldn't do anything in your hometown.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is one of those ones where you guys have to sit down and try to come up with a compromise, but you may not come up with a compromise because she's looking out for the kid. He's looking out for the overall picture here. It's not fair to do to him either. It's not at all.
And I think he's kind of hit a wall after 2 years, and he's looking at another solid 18 months.
Nobody wants to be anybody's little secret. And I was just telling this to a friend of mine the other day. Nobody wants to be your secret. They want you to be proud of them and go out to dinner with them and take them places and introduce them to coworkers as the person you're dating. They don't want to be your little secret.
But with that said, and I 110% agree with you, sometimes the reason why she wants to keep it a secret, it's not like she's ashamed of them. She knows that there's a bomb that's going to explode.
Yeah, right.
And there's a valid reason why she's doing it. Now, is it the right thing to do?
She's doing it for her son, which you can't really fault her for trying to put her son's well-being ahead of her own relationship.
And she had kind of said that this coach has been a mentor not only on the baseball diamond, but has helped him academically and is really a key part of his life. And the way the dad is, if he knew this was going on, he would likely say, you're not seeing my son, you're not coaching my son, stay away from my son.
The other thing, too, it sounds like he's in his junior year in high school. It's a big year if you're looking for recruiting.
You would know that more than anybody, yeah.
Not the year to, really kind of
upset anything.
Yeah, it's really not the year to go through something dramatic.
And this would be dramatic. This would drop a bomb on...
Well, it's going into your junior and your senior year, two really important years playing.
I see both sides of it.
Too.
I see why the coach is upset because nobody wants to be your secret. But then I also see why the mom is trying to protect her son and just get through, a couple more years of high school. And then they can be free and clear.
If they've been a secret for a while,
2 years,
and they only have another, 18 months, you could get through it. And then, as long as there's a deal, when that's over with, we go public, babe. Everyone knows what's going on. But keep in mind, though, at that point, that lie or secret would have been going on for 3 years now.
Talking almost 4.
4.
Almost 4 years this guy has had to be the in the shadows wingman boyfriend.
You got to put your kid first, I think, and because it's so pivotal for his baseball.
I mean, we want this kid to go to college, right? To play.
We do. If he wants to, we do.
I think she would like the comments from our audience to be a little bit of leverage in this situation. That's why a lot of people send us these emails, because they want to get the kind of response. She's trying to get maybe a little ammunition to try to buy some time with her boyfriend. She does love this guy. She's like, I do. You don't understand what this would do to my son.
Look at negative impact. I mean, what's the negative impact of them keeping it a secret? Yes, the coach is sad. But the negative impact of going public is way worse because of the son and because of his father and because of the baseball coach's position and all this.
I know you didn't say the city or the town, but just by the
it's Gardens.
I think it's Wellington. Actually, I think it's got a Wellington feel to it.
She was very nervous about any kind of name or anything that might.
It's Wellington, Jupiter, or Gardens. It's one of those.
It's got to be one of those three cities.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. So, what is your feedback on this situation? Should she continue to press her boyfriend and try to buy 18 more months? And put her happiness on hold for the sake of her son. Ultimately, the dad just really, what is right? The dad's just got to say, look, I don't have a say on your life and this coach. And if he wants the best for his son, you're asking the father to not be a jerk, but it doesn't sound like he has that capacity to be that person.
That's all good said and done, but some people don't care about that stuff. If you're dealing with somebody who can't handle something.
Yes, and apparently the ex knows what he can and can't handle, and she knows he would not handle this. And I just got this text message. Somebody said, I wonder if this is my son's baseball team. A dad and the coach got into an altercation at practice over the weekend.
Oh, boy.
We couldn't figure out the details and only heard the words disrespectful being shouted.
Oh, boy.
The ex-wife was noticeably missing, and she is always there, and she's smoking hot.
Disrespectful? I think there'd be some other things said as well.
But this could totally be that.
Text back, was that in the town of Wellington?
Yeah, we don't know. Again, I don't want to get anybody in trouble because she's trying not to have this get worse. So we don't know that it's Wellington. We don't know if it's Jupiter. We don't know what town it's in. It could be Hollywood.
I'm just going on gut feeling.
Miami. We don't even know.
You're right. It could be
Miami.
Miami.
We don't know where this is. So some thoughts are on this, and it really, a lot of people are saying, yes, the problem is in the dad. If the dad were just #be cool, yeah, I want you to be happy. Could say that to his ex, could say that to his son. He continued to bankroll the coach, and that would be a perfect world. We're not in that perfect world. Other people are saying, maybe they could reveal the secret, start with the son. He's old enough as a junior to know, and he can decide whether or not you want to tell his dad what's going on.
If his hitting goes in the toilet, you may know why.
You may know why. It may rock that, and that's what the mom is saying. She doesn't want to jeopardize her son's career right now. He's at a very critical point in his academics and in his baseball playing career. They said if the boyfriend loves the mom so much, then maybe he could offer up free lessons, considering the situation here, as a solution. If the dad says, well, I'm not paying that guy. If you're going to be dating my ex, then no way. I'm not giving you that money. So he might have to expect for that. So that's basically where we are on a lot of the solutions right now.
Gosh, man, and those personal lessons, by the way, can get really awkward. That's what I used to do before I did this. And sometimes the parents won't leave, and they ask really uncomfortable questions. They'll scream and yell at
Or
the
they
kid.
want to help you coach.
Oh, yeah, they're paying you to do something, and then they interrupt you to tell the kid to do something else. Well, it's very awkward.
Well, and if people don't know, they're also very expensive. So the baseball coach himself would be talking about giving up a sizable chunk of income, even for one student, and for the mom to pay. For a lot of people, it just doesn't work out for a lot of people's incomes. I remember, I think sometimes you're talking $45.
Yeah, I think when I was doing it, I was charging $25 or $30 for a whole hour, but I was I was on the lower end. When I started getting out of it, the prices were getting really, really high.
Yeah, it's typically $1 to $2 a minute, depending upon the quality of the coach that you go to.
And it depends on, what the parent's looking for. If it's a little kid and they just want the kid to have the basic fundamentals, that's, it's different than dealing with a high school kid.
This is a kid that is trying to go to the pros, so
Yeah.
he wants the higher end coaching. So that's it's going to cost you. A lot of people are saying, hey, life is too short. You need to have some happiness. And it sounds like your relationship is jeopardized right now. If he stopped talking to you on Valentine's Day because this all came to a head and said, okay, it's Valentine's Day, it's a day of love, and yet I can't let anybody know that I'm with you, and this has been going on for 2 years.
Dang, Lisa H in the chat room says she was paying $75 to $80 an hour for lessons.
What?
That's too much. That's way too much money.
Oh, my gosh.
Way too much money.
That's a lot.
It's too much.
I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked. Like I said, I could go up to $2 a minute.
Jeez.
I'm telling you, it's a great. That's why you can make a ton of money if you're a baseball coach.
Why aren't you doing this on the side still?
Because I was too busy. I was too sick of making kids into mediocre baseball players at best.
Okay, so a lot of people think that start with the son, let him in on this, and let him decide whether or not you tell the dad. And maybe just if you could all sit down and have a discussion. Hopefully you can work it out. And hopefully that altercation that happened over the weekend wasn't this situation. So.
Just know, too, anytime you go to a youth sport event, there's people hooking up with each other.
They're hooking up, and some of it's secret and some of it's not so secret.
I would say with every league, there is 10%.
There's a ton of drama. They could do reality shows based around these leagues. There's comedy, there's drama, there's sex, Virginia. There's everything you could possibly want.
We need a reality show.
There's coaches that take it too seriously, that will have meltdowns, that secretly smoke sometimes in the dugout.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Well, we'll hopefully get a update on this and find out if that was what had happened over the weekend, if this was our girl or not. Do you need to call somebody out, good or bad behavior? We'll give you the shout-out time right now, 877-979-WRMF. Since we've been talking a little bit about baseball, I want to do a shout-out here, a positive call-him-out for FAU freshman Caleb Pendleton. He hit 2 grand slams in his first 2 collegiate plate appearances and in the same inning.
That's statistically almost impossible to do.
It is a rarity. It's an unbelievable thing that he did. So you're right. It is so rare.
I mean, just the probability of that happening is so rare.
So low. That's why this is kind of a big deal.
Wow. How many RBIs is that, Virginia? 2 grand slams?
I don't know about how many RBIs, but I've taken down 2 grand slams at Denny's, so I'm not that impressed.
Okay. All right. Now there you go, Caleb.
Why do I ask?
Yeah. Also, I wanted to give a positive shout out for Boca Raton's Naomi Osaka. She won her 4th title in her past 8 appearances at a Grand Slam. She beat Jennifer Brady on Saturday in the Australian Open final. She became the first woman to win each of her first 4 Grand Slam finals in more than 30 years.
Wow.
Yeah. So Osaka is doing some amazing things. So she's bringing that trophy back to South Florida. So congratulations to her as well. So it's a nice little positive call out. Start with the good stuff here today. Somebody wanted to do a positive call out for Oreo, making gluten-free Oreos so that my little one who has tons of allergies and an EpiPen can actually eat them safely.
Oreos is on that accidentally vegan list, Virginia.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. So there you go. So there's a couple of positives to start us out here today. All right, who you need to call out today? 877-979-WRMF.
I got to call out Panda.
Yeah, what did Panda do?
We did a Facebook Live video out by my pool, and then he made me delete it because he said he looked fat in the video.
Oh, no, really?
Yeah, and it was a fun video, and I was so disappointed. And then we did a second video that was not even nearly as good.
That was unwatchable. I had to turn it off. I was like, this is boring.
Well then both of you Snickies can kiss my ass. How about that? Both of you are full of diva. I got to delete videos, then I put one up.
So the one that worked, one Snicky didn't like, the other one, the other Snicky didn't like.
Yeah, kiss my grits. Both of y'all need to get on the same page. Can't win, Kevin.
I hear you. Okay, so you're calling out Panda here today.
And I'm calling out his wife, too, just for being extra annoying.
Now, Virginia, people are asking if you need to call out Magnolia here today. They want to know what happened. Did she go to the Keys? Did she not go to the Keys? Because I guess all the videos you posted just had Rocco in it. And like, where's Mags?
Yes.
So everybody's wanting to know what's going on here with this.
Friday after the show, we were going to be leaving. I was going to get Rocco, pick up Mags from school, and we were going to hit the road. And we started, talking about it. And I reached out to my sister because I had told Mags, yeah, you can bring a friend to the Keys, of course. She wants to bring a little girlfriend with her. I'm like, that's fine. No problem. Bring a friend. And so I reached out to my sister just to make sure it was okay. And my sister was like, no, she cannot bring a friend because the condo where we were staying, they make you sign all this stuff that you're not going to have more than 6 people staying there. And if you have more than 6 people, they fine you. And it was real strict. You had to sign all these different rules. You aren't going to do this. No loud anything after 9 p.m. All this weird rules for this condo.
Okay.
And so when I went back to Mags, I was like, well, you can't bring a friend. And she was just devastated. And after I told her she could bring a friend,
okay,
then I felt bad because then it was on me. And she had invited her friend already, and her friend was all packed and ready to go. And
oh, geez, yeah.
It was very awkward. So I was just like, oh, forget it. Just stay in Jupiter. I'll just take Rocco.
Okay, because she was going to have to pass up on a Rager, I think she had said.
Well, Major Banger was
yes.
Oh, Major Banger, that's what it was. Major Banger. Okay.
So did she get out? Did she do trickery stuff or?
No, it wasn't Mags. It was out of her control. She totally had nothing to do with the decision for her not to have to go.
Oh, she was so pumped though.
She couldn't believe it. She was like, "Wait, what?
I can go to the Banger now, Mom?
I don't have to go to the Keys?" Yeah,
okay.
She was very happy.
Somebody else on a column out here today. This was a story about a Palm Beach County mother of 3 who apparently was on Facebook discussing the county's new policy to exclude people who refuse to wear masks from public meetings on Facebook. This happened last week. And somebody named Anthony joked about leaving hundreds of bags of garbage on the lawn of the county commissioner, to which this Angelique Contreras said, yeah, thousands of masks. And then apparently Palm Beach County sheriffs showed up at her house, a detective, and warned her against trespassing and illegal activity. And they're kind of putting them on blast, saying, so what is this? You track social media now, and then you show up at my house and kind of threaten me? So they were a little bit upset with that. And they said that needs to be addressed. That started a little bit of a fight, and somebody wants to call them out. So Contreras is a hairstylist and a makeup artist from a family of Cuban refugees, and she has since posted the incident all over social media. So that was one of the things that got all hot and bothered this week.
But wait, she said we're going to dump a bunch of trash on your front and your lawn?
Somebody had said trash, and she added, how about thousands of masks when it came to the mask ordinance thing. And then lo and behold, a little bit later, here comes Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office saying, hey, I just want to let you know that, that's illegal activity and there's trespassing. And she's like, okay, so what? So you're going to, just because I post something on Facebook now, I'm going to get a warning from the police in my house?
There's nothing more scary when you hear a knock on the door, you see police, and you didn't call them.
Well, I think if you make threats of doing stuff online, they do look at that. And then if whoever you were threatening takes it to the police and says, hey, can you please look into this and make sure that she's not serious?
She's saying she's about to dump thousands of masks on something. Like,
trash and dirty masks on your front lawn. I mean, that when you say that online that you're going to do that, they don't know if you're serious or not.
If I say, you know what, I'm going to go over to Virginia's house and I'm thinking about dumping a bunch of Hot Pockets on her lawn.
Yeah.
If I now put that out there publicly, I got to expect to hear a knock on my door.
And if I am, politically involved and I call the cops and I say, look, I'm a politician. I'm afraid of this woman actually coming and doing this. Can you please go do a drive-by and let her know that this is illegal? You can't dump masks and trash on somebody's yard.
And I think that's what the debate is that if you post something like that on social media, do you open yourself up for a visit from police? Or is that overextending the bounds just because somebody pops off on social media that warrants
Just don't threaten a politician who's connected to the police.
Just know this. If you are on social media now and people can see whatever you post, you are now considered a public figure. You are. You're putting stuff out in the public. They're going to react on it. How they react is going to be how they react.
And maybe sometimes the cops won't take it seriously and they won't come by, but maybe they will if it's a politician they are connected to.
I need more facts about the story. Is this a woman that has gone on further posts and said stuff? I need more, Kevin.
Mm-hmm. Well, what she had put on Facebook, she said, "Who sent the officers to do their Gestapo bidding? Who was watching and reporting my social media posts? Why was I targeted? I do not believe anybody deserves to be bullied by our local government officials."
No. That's not how this is going to play out.
You said you were going to dump masks?
My watch. You guys started it by saying you were going to go to whoever this politician's house is and dump masks and trash on their yard.
I have no idea who this politician is or what's going on, but we do live in a time where people are showing up at politicians' houses.
Yeah.
So that is true.
And people are insane on social media. You have no idea what the hell people are thinking.
Look, don't make a threat that you're going to do that on social media and think that maybe they're not going to follow up to make sure you don't.
You played with fire and it got a little hot.
Yeah.
And that's what happens.
Yeah.
It's not bullying. It's called law enforcement. He's letting you know it's illegal to say that and then do that.
Yeah, as a reminder, if you
as
actually
a reminder,
do this, you will be arrested.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Somebody else said, I wanted to do a call out to the people who pull out in front of me that are carrying large equipment on a trailer, and I'm going 70 miles per hour on the B line, and no one is behind me.
Ooh.
What's the speed limit on the B line? You going a little too fast there, Rad Racer?
We got some of those roads that get to like the 2-lane, and it's really kind of annoying when somebody who is noticeably going to be going a lot slower pulls in front of you. And it's like, dude, just wait. There's nobody behind me. You could just wait until I go, knowing you're going to be driving slower. Now I'm stuck behind you.
Roads like the B line give me major anxiety.
They do.
Because you don't know. How do you know the person driving towards you is in on goofballs?
You don't.
You don't know.
And where do I get some of these goofballs?
Apparently some people are surprised when you make threats on Facebook about breaking the law. Police will show up at your door.
People always say this. Not illegal to say that. Freedom of speech. No one's saying you can't say that. That's not what freedom of speech means.
No.
You can say it.
You can say whatever you want.
Whatever the hell you want.
But just be wary, because if you go after somebody who's a politician and they're politically connected, the cops might come visit you.
Yeah, people always get it twisted when it comes to freedom of speech. It doesn't work that way.
No, you can't make threats and then think that, oh, yeah, I'm from First Amendment, I'm protected.
Say whatever the heck you want, but also don't be surprised if somebody knocks on your door.
Because they also have the right to check up on your threat.
Roberto from Coral Springs said, I have a coworker that once said something about Obama on Twitter, and Secret Service showed up at our job.
They don't play. Oh, yeah. Do not go after the president.
Mm-hmm.
They do not play.
Well, then you have to arrest a bunch of people on Twitter then.
Angie had said, I'd like to call out the 2 drunk maskless D-bags in Deerfield Beach that berated me and my chop for wearing a mask in the elevator, ranting about carbon monoxide. It's carbon dioxide, and mind your own damn business.
It is weird. There are some people that don't believe in the mask, that they see someone wearing a mask and they call them out for wearing a mask. It's odd. Like, why are you wearing that stupid mask? You know the carbon. I'm like, all right.
When it comes to all these things, just let people be them. Let them decide how they want to handle it, and then just be respectful of them. Somebody said there was a mother of 3 and she got her kids. They all had issues, and she had got them vaccinated, and somebody went off on her to make her cry, berating her about why she would vaccinate her children.
I mean,
let her make that choice. Let her make that. She's a mom. She gets to make that choice.
And if it's medically warranted,
stop.
A doctor had to sign off on them getting that vaccine at this point.
People on social media, it's starting to bleed over into real life.
Yeah,
they're starting to
That's
say
what's scary.
It is scary.
Yeah, people are entitled to live their life how they feel like they should. If it's not hurting anybody else, let them make their own decisions, man. Come on. Also, somebody said, I want to do a negative call out to the guy who was vomiting out his side window while driving down I-95. Now I have to take my car to the car wash. Ew.
I wonder what that guy's story was.
I know.
That does not sound COVID friendly, by the way.
I would want to know as well. Yeah. Also, some positive call-outs. Clewiston Tiger Wrestling. All 8 kids made it to regionals. Congrats. Wellington All-Stars Cheer Generals team came in first place after learning a new routine 2 weeks ago, and wrestling in Jensen Beach for regionals this weekend. So congrats to all of them for doing a great job. Coming up here, we got a little bit of Think Fast, so hopefully you guys are waking up. And we got Bird also going to be heading out there, showing off that bod today in the mankini in just a bit.
We got to tape me down a little bit.
Okay.
So should I start getting ready, you
Yeah,
think?
we'll start getting you all ready, and then we'll figure out exactly where to send you, someplace closer to our studio so you can get it out and back quickly, but where people can see you.
Did you manscape?
Like a few weeks ago.
Oh,
but it's,
no. A few weeks ago.
Yeah, I'm not dating anybody, so.
You know.
Why don't you stop judging every move I make and worry about your mediocre dirt stories that are coming up in a couple minutes?
Exactly.
Someone's angry.
Jbird is looking amazing over here.
This is so not comfortable. And we got to talk about the tape area because it falls, Virginia, at any angle you see nards and pee.
That wasn't how I thought you guys would tape it.
Well, you have to block it that way because Virginia, I can't. It's flopping out. Everything's flopping. You have to block all that. All of that is just. It comes right out.
Is there tape on your D?
There's tape around it.
Yeah.
No, you're supposed to tape your D.
I know, Virginia, but there's tape on there too. But these are so wide, you have to block it.
Let's see how that thing looks there, Stud Muffin.
Yeah,
let's see what you
that's
got
the only
here.
way we could do it without exposing us.
Yeah, okay. Ooh, whoa, hey now. All right. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Delicious.
Okay.
But this tape is going to break off, and if the tape breaks off, that's when we have we got a bit of a dam breakage, if you know what I mean.
Okay, I got you.
God, that does not look good.
Man.
Look at us. I'm trying to suck it in to make it look slightly better.
Okay.
You could have stuffed.
Oh, you can drink it in today.
I don't think you know how these work, Virginia. There's no room here. It all comes out.
All right. We're at Bird out here where you can go see him. We'll do a Facebook Live. If you cannot leave where you are, you'll be able to watch it as well. We'll get that fired up and going here. Just about 15 minutes from now, he'll be out on location.
You want me to leave now, Coach?
I'm good. You want to do a quick round of Think Fast? Okay.
I've never felt better.
Okay, we're going to do that real quick, and then we're going to send Jbird out. So about 8:30, you'll be able to dial that up on Facebook, and you'll be able to drive by him. A few people in public. He's got a sign he's going to be holding up, and he's going to be out there in the mankini after he lost the weight loss challenge against Suits 6 weeks, and only by a couple pounds. He wound up losing. Jbird and Suits both lost a good little bit of weight, but Jbird lost 12 pounds and Suits lost 14. So Bird lost. He's going to be out in public today in the mankini.
Lost 12 pounds, still look gross.
I personally, I think you've never looked better.
Oh, he's such a sweet love.
Yeah. People are loving watching Jbird in his mankini. I can't wait till he gets out there. If you're watching KVJ TV, you've already gotten a quick glimpse of what this thing looks like. Everybody else, we'll get it on our Facebook Live here in just about 15 minutes from now. Some good stuff. All right, let's see. We got a quick little round of Think Fast before we send the Bird out into traffic. What's going on, my man? You
This
look
thing's
disturbed.
not
What's
holding
going on?
anything. It's just, it keeps coming open. We got to figure out how we're going to get in trouble we will get in trouble for this stunt.
Yeah.
I think if we took like a beer koozie or some sort of like mask and then made a hammock to keep it in and then tape that down.
Yeah, maybe.
A homemade cup.
Like a cup.
I think I do need a mask of some sort. I get that some people are going to say, well, that's cheating. But if not, we're going to get on the sex offender list.
Yeah,
we will.
It wasn't about seeing your D. It's about wearing the mankini, and you're just too much man for that kini.
Well, you can see these cheeks, though. Well, actually, you really can't because I have no ass.
It's good enough.
That's a good look. You know, more in the gut, none in the ass.
You're fat in the places that are supposed to be skinny and skinny in the places that are supposed to be fat.
Yeah. You know, what I had heard, this is, I just want to let you know that actually I had seen this today, that this is something that a lot of people deal with. It really is kind of messed up. where maybe you lose weight and you lose it in places where you want to have more weight and you don't in the other places. I saw where almost 1/3 of women who've lost weight say they lost it in all the wrong places. They lose weight and their breasts get smaller, or they lose it in their face, legs, or in their butt where they want it. And like going, oh, great, okay, the gut, not a bit has budged from there, but where I would like it in my behind or in my boobs, now that's gone. It's tough.
It's not fair because, as you age, that does happen. You'll get skinny in places that are supposed to be fat and fat in places that are supposed to be skinny.
That ain't right.
It's not fair.
No, it's not fair. Okay, we'll get you out there in just a minute after you do a quick round of Think Fast here today. See if you guys are on it. Got Virginia, Bird, and Denny's here. I'll throw out a topic. Let's see who can give back a sensible answer the quickest to get a point here. First one, name a hairband that starts with the letter P.
Poison.
What'd you say, Bird?
Pants.
Pants?
Is that what you want?
I think I just am subconsciously.
You're just yelling out what you want?
You're right, you do need that, but not yet.
Oh, God.
Denny's, you're going to get the point there.
Sorry, I was distracted. I was in mid-range reading a hateful comment about my body when you were doing that.
Oh, it distracted you.
Distracted.
Yeah, I get it. All right, Denny's with the first point here. Next up, think fast. Name a scary animal that starts with the letter B.
Bear.
What'd you say, Bird?
I think I said buffoon. I meant to say baboon. I think I said buffoon. Did I say buffoon?
Yeah.
Damn it.
So,
I'm a buffoon. I'm a pantsless buffoon.
Can we get pants for our buffoon?
Oh, man.
Oh, wow.
It's one thing to lose a game, but it's another thing to lose in this.
In this
They
way.
get heckled.
It's
truly a humiliating game.
It's really, it's terrible. It's a Monday.
Oh,
it's just,
no way I'm not drinking.
You should start now.
That's what you
so
always,
you can get through it.
That's what you want on a Monday. Start drinking.
And not for the right reasons. Okay, everybody's got a point, but Bird, let's keep this thing going here. Think fast. Something painful and itchy that starts with the letter S.
Scabies!
I'll give you scabies.
Scabies, yeah.
Scabies will work, yeah. We'll do that. Okay. All tied up in what? Thank God you don't have scabies. Could you imagine having scabies?
Well, I don't know. I'm sitting with my bare ass around these parts.
The buffoon does want pants. He does not want scabies.
No.
Okay, all right.
All right. Okay, think fast here. An activity to do on the water that starts with the letter P.
Parasailing.
Oh my gosh.
such a good one.
Yeah. All right, Virginia.
We've done it.
Okay, she's got the lead here with 2. Name a popular snack that starts with the letter G.
Goldfish.
Oh, gosh. Wow.
My head's not in it. My head's not in it for some reason.
No, your head's poking out.
Oh. Okay, one more, Virginia.
It's definitely not in it.
Yeah, you're right.
It's not in my dress.
All right, let's see if Virginia can bring it home here. Think fast. A genre of music that starts with the letter J.
Jazz.
Oh! What is happening?
So fast.
Gosh, bang, 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 game over.
Can you do a round of me and Denny's for the worst?
Who's the slowest?
We'll do think slow.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you got your mind on other things.
I'm concerned about this wardrobe. Not because I'm concerned we're going to get in trouble publicly. It really... We got to figure out how to cover myself up. It's just spilling out left and right.
On the front there, yeah. We'll just we need to get just something. You know what? How about you got the Think Fast cap right there? That could work if you can attach that somehow. You can put brain.
This is going to look weird. This is going to be.
Let's see, Virginia. Can you hand him the Think Fast cap here for KVJ TV? Can you?
Sure.
Show.
But he's not going to fill this up.
Oh, well, come on. It's just a cover. Just okay. Let's see what that would look like.
Seriously, stop looking at me.
Okay, let's see what that would look like.
Oh, jeez.
Are you all right?
No.
Okay, what's going on there?
Slipped on something.
Okay. Yeah, if you were to
oh my Kevin,
put the Think Fast cap.
It's real big.
It's heavy.
It's so heavy and cumbersome. Oh my gosh.
Oh, dang.
You're gonna have to give me a little bit of time to figure out how to deal with this.
We'll get that
We
going,
need
yeah.
another pair of thong underwear that's tight.
We need something. We need probably something to go over. If the audience is okay with that,
Yeah.
I just don't want them to say I'm skipping out of the challenge.
Yeah, no, we'll get you covered properly, and then we'll send you not too far from the station. We'll just send you out here on
To the preschool across the street.
No,
we seriously. In fact, we should not even a mile from a school. I should be near.
Yeah, just stand there and wave to the children.
Dude, Punch Lakes is right down the street. I think it's too close.
They will tackle you.
I don't know if they would. They'll tase me. I don't know if they're going to tackle me.
Okay, we'll put you at 45th and Village here.
But
once you get your costume.
In all seriousness, it may take a minute to get this. Just to let you know.
We'll work to continue.
Oh, the brain just fell.
He dropped his giant cup.
I heard
All right,
nothing
get the
good.
camera
I
off
think
of me,
it's-
Suits. Please get the camera off of me. I hate it. Come on. I'm usually an attention whore.
And now he's like, yes, don't look at
Look
me.
away.
Well, this is just not a good look,
I'm
man.
hideous.
I didn't get a tan. I have divots in my bosom.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
I know this is kind of a big conundrum for Jbird. He's trying to figure out exactly what to do with his outfit here today. He's got to pay off the weight loss challenge that he lost to Suits by 2 pounds, and so he's wearing the mankini, but the mankini that you had, Virginia, Jbird said it was for a sex party. Is that right? Is that what that was?
I mean, it's not necessarily for a sex party.
Okay.
It is meant to be a bedroom lingerie.
Okay.
I don't know if it's curbside ready. I don't know. The elastic is not really.
It doesn't snap up around, and so it leaves a gap between where his business is and the actual suit itself. And now you have put a lot of duct tape.
There you go.
And what is that
There
duct
you
tape? What did
go.
you duct tape to your business there? What is that underneath?
It is a chicken hand glove.
Chicken hand glove.
Yeah, I have a chicken costume, and it's
Okay,
the
yeah.
right hand. So we have used that as a barrier of my naughty parts.
Oh, okay.
It's
Yeah.
wrapped up like a burrito.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Yeah.
it's taped up pretty much, kind of like sealed, almost like a pierogi.
Yeah.
It's very sealed.
Now that duct tape itself, is that directly on your skin?
It's going to be a painful aftermath. It's going to be a tough. It's going to be a tough Monday. I've already mentally locked in that this is not going to be a good day for me. But you know what?
You have hair in that area. Is that correct?
Yeah, I got some hair there. I mean, it's on my Frank
Okay. All right. Well,
and my berries.
So wait, do you have a hairy Frank?
No, it's just so the people are listening and they want to know exactly what's going on here. Everything is taped, just like a big old burrito.
Okay. All right. Let's get one quick look here before we send you out so people know what to expect as we get the reaction, the results. You're looking good. All right. No tan lines. No
look
tan
at
lines.
that.
Now, you tan a little bit, so our...
I haven't. I actually
You haven't
haven't
been tanning,
No,
okay.
I've kind of
All
going
right.
through a tailspin. Zero sun.
Oh, okay.
Horrible downward spiral.
Okay. All right.
One of the worst ever. All right, so
I like it. I think the people are going to like it.
Yeah,
I think
I'm
it's
sure.
I think it's going to go well.
I'm sure all the comments are going to be supportive.
Oh, people in this time of no judgment, people are going to be so kind to you on social
Yeah,
media.
you know, that whole body positive movement. Well, our audience does not follow that. Love your body for who you are.
Yeah, no.
Said nobody
yeah.
in KVJ Nation.
No. And again, the true positive, you wound up losing 12 pounds from the diet challenge. Suits just lost 14 and beat you by 2. So you're the one in the suit down there, painted off here for, probably a good 30 minutes, something like that.
So it's only 30 minutes?
Yeah, just go down there, have a good showing. Let the people see it, because we're going to have it on Facebook Live. Things exist in perpetuity forever. So.
Coming out, V?
Oh, you doing your dance? He's doing his dance, the wobbly knees. Does that have a name?
Is it coming out?
It's not coming out.
All right.
Okay.
That's called,
you can move a little bit.
That's called the Lana.
Yeah.
It's staying tucked.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay.
Just keep checking on it. You know, don't.
Are you mansplaining how to check my dong?
Yeah.
She is. She knows how she checks hers.
I know how you dance, and so you might be like all dancing and not checking enough.
I gotta watch my dance, and she's right about that.
Okay.
He's gonna do a little move and boing.
I'll hear a couple horns. It's like an audience.
Get you going. Get you going. Okay. All right, we'll go on ahead and send you down. So it's time for you to get this party started here, Jbird. We'll let you get there into position. We'll just put you right there, kind of in the cross section of 45th and Village.
All right, let's do it.
Get it.
Yeah. All right, let's just get it done and get on there and get a good showing.
Do I have to wear a mask on? Not if I'm outside.
No, you're going to be social distancing.
Yeah, just in the building. But as soon as you get the door, you're good.
Should have put that mask on your dog.
We talked about it. It was an option.
Like I said, the response has been great. People were very encouraging of Jbird in his mankini as he heads out there for people to see him in traffic. We'll see what the reaction is from people driving by here coming up. He's on his way out there right now.
But if you don't listen, boy, what a shocker.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like your normal panhandler you see on the corner over there.
It's going to be kind of a different look. Yeah, you'd be like, wait, what is that guy? Who knows? Maybe he'll wind up making some money here. This could turn out to be a positive thing for him. So we'll see how it goes. He's going to be checking in here. We'll have some video from down there to see how it's going. That'll be up on our KVJ TV in just a few. I saw this is, I guess, something that was used. I don't know when they went out of style, but apparently they're coming back in because of that show Bridgerton on Netflix, which is a period piece. Corsets apparently are becoming a thing again and having a boost in popularity. The only thing I know is, when you see as those women would put on like the Civil War era dresses, whatever that period is, they would have that dress, and a corset, from my understanding, is a piece of fabric that you tie strings in the back and it sucks in the midsection. And I guess people are doing that now because I know the shirts and undergarments have been a big thing that will kind of constrict and also shape so that you put that underneath your regular clothes and you look better. So I don't even know why you would want or need a corset, but...
Well, waist trainers have been a thing for a minute. And it's the same concept as a corset. But now, like, the corset is more popular. So, like, it's fashionable to wear it. But people were wearing waist trainers under their clothes for a minute.
That's what I thought, yeah. So I'm like, why would we go to corsets? Just because of Bridgerton? Doesn't make any sense to me.
I get it, it does look cool, but it's very dressy.
Yeah.
A corset is, you got to wear like a nice outfit.
Where do you get a corset?
You can get them at a custom shop, any kind of costume shops. They have them.
Think Bird would look good in a corset?
I wore a corset a couple of years ago to Mardi Gras.
Yeah?
Remember the picture where my nipple was accidentally out?
I do, yeah.
That was in a corset.
And the corset just popped it right out?
Yeah, because it was tight on the waist, but it was a little loose on the boob.
Okay, I got you. Okay. All right. Well, something to keep an eye on. We will see Bird in action as he gets into position here. 45th Street and Village. Going to be hanging out there for a little while with a sign paying off his punishment. Losing the weight loss challenge to Suits. We'll check in with him in just a few.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha-ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha-ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
A lot of drug smuggling news going on here today. That's never gone out of style. And I started watching that La Reina del Sur, Virginia.
Oh, how is it?
Oh, I love it. Yeah, you're talking about you watched it. Did you watch the Telemundo version too?
No.
Or just the Netflix version?
Yeah, I didn't watch the Telemundo one.
I started in on that on Netflix over the weekend, and it sent me to what appeared to be season 2, where she's dealing with her daughter issues.
Huh.
And I was like, wait a minute. And then I saw there were 2 seasons. And what it was, the show started in 2011 as a telenovela on Telemundo. And then Netflix bought the rights for it. And in 2019 launched a 2nd season. Now, when I say season, it's 60 episodes in a season.
What?
Because it was kind of like a soap opera, a telenovela.
Oh my gosh.
And boy, you can tell the quality difference between when you watch season 1 from Telemundo and season 2 that Netflix has done. Not only is the production quality better, it seems like everybody took acting lessons. It really was unreal. But yeah, I'm stuck on that. Of course, that is based off a true story of a Mexican woman that goes to Spain and runs her own drug empire there. And there's a lot of drugs still running through South Florida. There was a bag check at Miami International that uncovered more than a pound of cocaine. Somebody was trying to hide him in a pair of sandals. That same traveler did the old drug mule thing too and admitted to swallowing about 28 pellets of cocaine.
Wow. So they had to what? Throw him up or wait to poop him out?
They waited to pass him and then they tested him. How would you like to be the cocaine pass tester?
Jeez.
Digging them out of somebody's you-know-what and having to run that through the machine and make sure it's cocaine. It was. In total, the traveler was trying to smuggle about 2 pounds of cocaine into the country.
Wow.
They'll just do it in sandals and swallow it. So they're still doing the old school stuff. This is pretty revolutionary, though. I'd never heard of this one. Customs officials in Ohio stopped a shipment of cereal last week from South America because the cornflakes were frosted with cocaine. Can you imagine the jump that would give you in the morning?
Coke flakes?
Coke flakes, yes. They're great. Can you imagine that?
How do you like just eat them and get high?
Well, I would assume they would try to take the cereal and get rid of that and get the cocaine off of it. I don't know that they would necessarily sell it intact as a cocaine-fueled breakfast cereal. But they say there was at least $2.8 million worth of cocaine.
Whoa.
That is a lot of blow in your Frosted Flakes. That's pretty crazy. There was a guy that robbed a gas station in St. Louis last week, but kept his mask around his chin instead of pulling it up over his face. Dude, dummy. The one time you want to have your mask is now.
Criminals aren't that smart sometimes.
No, so now the cops have a really good look at his face, and it's just a matter of time before they wind up tracking him down. It would have been a lot harder if he'd have been wearing his mask properly. There's a couple in their 70s in Naples, Florida that got busted stealing lamb and seafood from Costco by shoving it down their pants.
Dude, what are y'all doing?
Apparently they're hungry, but do you really want that back? I'll take a pass. Some people in Lake City, Florida came home last week and found a stranger lying on their couch wearing their clothes and watching their TV.
You can't do that?
No, apparently not. Can't just go to somebody's house and help yourself to all their stuff and just make yourself at home. There's a 19-year-old guy in Arizona that faked his own kidnapping earlier this month just to get out of working that day.
Wow, dude.
You dummy. Now he's been arrested for making a false report. I'm sure he probably lost his job on top of it. He should have just quit.
Totally should have just quit.
Now you're not working, so you don't have money to pay off all the fines you're going to have. A woman is in court in Scotland right now after she bit off a guy's tongue during a street brawl a few years ago.
She bit his tongue off?
She bit his tongue off. She spit it out. And wait, there's more. A seagull swooped down and ate it.
Dang.
How crazy is that? Just when you thought you'd seen it all, did you see that woman just bite that guy's tongue off and spit it out? And then down comes a seagull. I'd be like, wow. That's the craziest thing I've seen today, I hope.
So wait, the guy now has half a tongue?
Yeah, I assume so, yeah. I mean, you're not going to get it back from it. What do? Follow the seagull and wait for it to pass it?
It's too much work.
It is a lot of work, isn't it?
The seagull's going to fly. There's no way you can catch him.
The entire board of the school district in Contra Costa County, California had to resign. Apparently they were on a feed that they didn't know was already live, and they started bad-mouthing and criticizing parents before a virtual meeting.
Oh, no.
And the parents are just sitting there listening to them trash them. So they all had to resign.
That's not good.
No, that's not good. A county commissioner in Manatee County, Florida here has apologized after she created a VIP list for people to receive the COVID vaccine. and only included people from 2 wealthy zip codes in Manatee County and then put her own name on the list.
Wow. You know what's going on.
Yeah.
You know there is absolutely people getting on the list and getting the vaccine because of who they know.
Longboat Key, yes.
Or the money they've
Siesta Key,
donated.
Yes.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You know it's going to happen.
Yep. And Florida is planning a ban on owning or breeding 6 types of different pythons. The green anaconda and 9 other high-risk reptiles are going to be banned, they say.
Because those are the ones that people keep releasing out in the Everglades, and they're throwing the whole ecosystem off.
Yeah, that's kind of what it is. They love getting them, and they want to have the freedom to do it, but then they wind up out there and throw everything off. Yeah, they say the state-orchestrated snake apocalypse.
Snake apocalypse. It's a great name.
Has been targeting their pets and businesses. So they're trying to do that. So it may be more restrictive to buy and own pythons here in the state of Florida coming up. All right, just a few. We should have a check-in with Jbird. We'll get some video as he's out on the street in that mankini. I'll have a sign out there. You can drive by, but you can also watch it on KVJ TV coming up.
Broadcasting from the offleaseonly.com studios. Shop more than 4,000 of the nicest 2017 to 2020 vehicles, all priced thousands below retail. Right now at offleaseonly.com. Call 561-222-CARS. This is 97.9 WRMF, Palm Beach.
I don't know if traffic is heavier than normal, but there is quite a lot of people that are going by where Jbird is out there. He's paying off his weight loss challenge loss. He is in a mankini. He's, for the most part, there's not a lot left of the imagination, but he has been out there on the corner of 45th and Village. He has been working it here for probably a good almost 10 minutes now, Virginia. He's been dancing. I saw a car full of cute girls pulled up. He was rapping with them.
Okay.
He's holding a sign proclaiming his weight loss challenge loss to people, as there's a lot of cars that are going by. I don't know if we've got a phone out there, but I'm just watching. You can see it on KVJ TV. If you go to YouTube and look for the KVJ show, a lot of people are checking this out right now. You can see him holding up the sign. He's been doing some dancing as things are going by. So, yeah, maybe we can get a phone connection out there just to hear how it's going. But he's definitely working it.
Just as long as nothing pops out.
Yeah. There's kind of been an over-under because his back end is not very well covered. His back end is pretty much hanging out there. And so people were wondering, do we have an over-under on how long before the cops show up? Okay, the video just ended. I'm not sure if he's heading back in from his dancing or what, but that...
You always want to head back in before the cops show.
Yeah. So I don't know. Based on what he had, what does one deem is being, tasteless? When do you get in trouble? Because I know that especially a lot of the beaches here in South Florida, it seems like the more attractive you are, the more you can get away with. And who deems that? Who's the person that says, oh, your outfit is inappropriate?
Well, if you're gross, it's inappropriate.
But then who is the person that deems, because one person's gross is another person's supermodel. Okay, I believe we've got Jbird here just to let us hear what is going on. Okay, hello, Jbird.
Hello, Kevin.
Okay, I saw you out there. Your dancing was great. You're doing a good job. Nate said, did you actually make some money? Did somebody give you $1?
I did. I made some money out there. I worked it. I think I would have made more money. I had a full-on Janet Jackson wardrobe malfunction. The tape was off. The boys were showing. Denny's made a producer call and said, we probably got to get this guy out of here.
Yeah, well, I think it did that come off? Did that come loose while you were dancing on camera? Because somebody said they thought they saw something, but I didn't know if that was it or if that was something different.
We're gonna have to get the camera to tape, brother. I really, I'm out there doing the work.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, it looked good. Well, the producer Denny's will run the show down there. We got lots of good video of you out there paying off that loss, and I'm sure if you want to go check it out, it's going to be on YouTube. You can go back and see it if you weren't able to catch it live.
Yeah, it was the right call. We had to get out of there. A bus went by. Off.
Okay. All right.
It was time.
Okay. Well, there you go. Well, you know what? You wound up losing 12 pounds, and you put on a great show for people out there. And you can come on back, and we'll see you back here in the studio.
Unless you need me to go out here and do something else.
No, just come back
I think
before the cops show up.
Yeah, I think you've done it. It's all good. Yeah, I mean, unless you just really want to get arrested on a Monday, you could stay out there. But other than that, I'd just come back. Yeah.
I don't.
Come back because the fun part is going to be taking the tape off.
Yeah, we do need to actually get through that activity as well. Yeah, let's do that on the show.
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
Grip and rip.
Yeah, all right. We'll see you in a little bit. Yeah, they put, it was the duct tape stuff. Was it like that Gorilla brand that's putting people in the hospital and they put it on their hair?
We got a Gorilla Glue tape.
Gorilla Glue tape. So that's not coming off? Okay, well, we'll check into that here in just a little bit as well. We'll get to it. Got an email here from one of our KVJ Nationers wanting to know about the unicorn life. Maybe somebody can help her out. She said, I am a 27-year-old bisexual female who has been invited to join a happily married couple over 20 years as their unicorn. I am newly single, just out of a 5-year relationship, and I've always been monogamous, but I am young, and I've always been curious about this lifestyle. It's all fantasy, and now is a perfect time for me to try it. For context, I know the woman from a previous job, and she is the one who initiated the conversation and asked me to join them. She had been dropping hints for months and then officially propositioned me after I became single. The husband is totally on board.
Of course he is. Yeah. The husband can be seen right now in the backyard doing cartwheels.
We're all so surprised. I am nervous and I want to know what the things are that I need to consider before entering this type of relationship. Is this a good or a bad idea?
I mean, if you're into it, I think it's a fine idea. If you said you thought about it for a while, you've been curious, you know this chick, so it doesn't sound like you're putting yourself in a situation with some strangers that could go bad. If you worked with this girl before, then you know her.
Yeah.
That's good, because I would never say be a unicorn from a Craigslist post or something. You know, you don't know them. That's scary.
I think being safe to remain disease-free obviously is one key, and it seems like some open discussion and boundaries being established before any kind of activity happens seems to be the standard.
You get to set the rules. Here's the powerful thing about being the unicorn. You're special. They're not. So the unicorn can make the rules. The unicorn just needs to know that they have all the power in this relationship.
And that's where the name comes from, right? It's a unicorn because it's something that's so rare, it's unique and special to find somebody young that is willing to get with an old, wrinkled-up couple.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah, because I can't imagine anybody young and attractive jumping in with this.
You'd be surprised, Kev. There's a seat for every butt.
That's true. Okay. That's true. All right, we got a seat for Bird's buddies back in here now. Got some clothes on.
I still have my thingy on. It started raining out there, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it kind of all...
Turned into a Flashdance video.
Well, it all started falling apart at once.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so we can go back out there if you want.
No, I think you're good.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't specify time. It was just to go out there and be on the stage. You were on the stage. You did the dance, and you talked to some pretty girls. You made some money.
I did. All of this is true.
I got pictures from the street people are sending saying, yeah, Bird did great.
Oh, wow. Whoa.
Yeah. So
my.
Yeah. From a little
In case you were wondering what you look like from the back.
From a little bit of a distance and from behind, you look completely naked out there.
I look like there is a dead body. It looks. I don't look like I'm even alive.
Yeah. And I guess here in a couple of minutes, we got to try to get you out of that duct tape, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
So most of it's off. Of course, the part that's not off is on the,
Yeah.
the pain.
Nether regions.
All right, we'll give it a nice little tug and a tear here. Do you know who's going to be doing it? Do you want to do it yourself? Denny's, you need a helper, a spotter?
I believe in just grip and rip.
I believe in putting a couple names in a cup, and whoever gets drawn.
Oh, gets the tug?
Christmas comes early.
Okay. I'm down for that as well. Something you don't want to miss. Jbird takes off the duct tape from his nether regions next.
This is the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
Jbird paid off his weight loss challenge. Lost to Suits. Suits beat him by 2 pounds. Suits lost 14 pounds in 6 weeks. Bird lost 12. Bird was in his mankini out there dancing around, but the mankini wasn't really gripping around his nether regions, so we had some slippage, and you could see what was going on, so we had to use some duct tape to put around there to duct tape the mankini to Jbird's nether region so he was decent for public. And now we got to remove the duct tape, and there's skin and hair that's kind of clinging to it.
This is why I was asking you if you manscaped, because had you manscaped, it wouldn't be such a hair removal situation.
Make no mistake about it. There was nothing decent about what just happened.
Yeah. So, what is the best approach here to remove this?
I hate when I have to agree with the witch, but I think grip and rip is just, that's how I kind of go through life. It's just grip and ripping it, baby.
All right, we'll let you draw the name of the person who's going to grip and rip.
Oh,
we're really doing a cup.
Really doing that?
We could. Yeah, I mean, it's up to you. I thought that was a suggestion. I'm okay with whatever. You can grip and rip yourself, or if you need help, figure out who can do it.
It's
maybe all hands on deck. Each of us take a corner of tape and just go.
One of the worst ideas you've ever had. Ever.
That's saying a lot.
Maximum pain, but it's over quick.
Okay.
I don't trust the witch. Poor sweet Denny's.
Yeah, Denny's got a gentle touch.
Mijo.
Over there, look at him.
Yeah, just
grip and rip.
Just give me, just count down. All right, count
down.
down.
How many strips do we have?
Like 38.
87,000.
No.
The many is the most strips you could.
What's the highest number you know?
We made like a nest for them all to, and then we taped that nest together. It's like almost like a present.
We had to put that chicken glove on to be an extra wall of support so we could be, in your words, decent for the public.
Right, decency is something
we strive for that.
Yeah, we strive for decency.
Been striving, still haven't made it.
Yeah.
All right, sweet me. I mean, I'd rather have you. You're the gentle. He has the gentlest of touch.
Yeah, he's the one that cares the most about your nether regions.
I mean,
get in there, just grab the tape and just yank.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, he got it.
Oh, I think my dong was on KVJ TV. Denny's.
Oh, because you ripped it and it threw you against the wall and you did not have anything underneath it.
You okay?
We gotta take that video down.
Did it come out? Did we get...
Well, wait. Pull your pants up before you go out in the hall.
His pants aren't even... He about ran into the hall
he
without
ran
any
into the
pants
hall
on.
with no pants on.
Oh, no, that's going to get us flagged.
Everything that we could possibly do wrong, we do.
Well, I thought it was going to be one strip at a time, and the whole thing just, I guess, was connected. And
it was tape on top of tape on top of tape.
It all came off at once. Well, that's the good news. The good news is, I mean, one tug and it's done.
How you doing?
I think we're good.
We're good? Okay.
Oh,
how was the pain on that? Was that better or worse than you thought it was going to be?
That was terrible. He took a nard with it.
He took a nard.
Any blood?
Is this day over?
I know, right? You got any blood in there?
I don't know, Kevin.
Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure we weren't bleeding. A terrible place to bleed from, by the way.
If you need it, I can get you a maxi pad.
I'm good. I don't need a tamp.
Okay. Doing all right?
Yeah.
Okay, it's all intact?
I'm doing wonderful.
Okay.
You look great.
Okay, Bird is now free of the mankini. Probably free of a little skin down there on his nether regions as well.
Yeah, it was a twofer.
But you got a very low budget bikini wax.
Very low budget.
Let's look at the positive.
Yeah, that's true.
It's very low budget. Sweet Denny's has a real gentle touch.
Yes. Well, a person who likes a little bit of blood with their nudity, that Army Hammer, that guy a weird dude. We heard today in Virginia's Dirt that he's What, just chilling out in the Caribbean, huh? And he may not be coming back. That's his game plan?
He's in the Cayman Islands.
Wow.
That's what I have heard from sources.
Hiding out,
waiting for all of it to settle down. You know, he's got money. He doesn't need to be an actor.
I'm looking up his net worth right now.
His family's got money.
Yeah, and he seemed like his career was at a point where it started to take off because I didn't really know who he was, or I didn't know the name too well, but then I was on Netflix kind of looking around for some stuff, and some recent Netflix projects his name was on. I was like, wow, this guy, it seemed like, and I looked at his IMDb, and it looked like we started to take off a little bit. So this is, I mean, dude, your freak flag came out like at a time that looks like it's going to derail your entire career.
It says he's worth $16 million. Is that enough to go and hide out the Caymans forever?
His family money is in the Caymans. So Armand Hammer, I think, was his grandfather.
Yeah, and what did he do? I don't think it was the Arm and Hammer.
No, it wasn't. It was an oil magnate, I think, was what he did. But so there was multiple children that Armand had. And one of those children was Army's dad. Well, Army's dad basically took all the inheritance and cut out all the other siblings. So Armie Hammer's dad has all that family money, and that's what's in the Caymans.
Okay.
So if he goes to the Caymans, he's probably living off the dad's money that was taken from all the other siblings. Because all the other siblings are talking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and writing. There's a whole thing.
It's like a movie inside of a movie actor's life.
It is fascinating.
Do you think there's a lot of people out there that are quiet cannibals? They like to eat people? Is that something that people don't talk about?
I hope not.
Well, I'm just asking.
Well, that's what's crazy about it. Does he? What is his freak flag all about? Is it because the latest thing we'd heard today was what? It was a branding thing. Is that what it was?
Yeah, he wanted to carve his initials into this chick, and she let him.
Well, I mean, first of all, why would you let him?
She said she was tied up and scared. But still, I mean, you don't even protest at all.
I would let you know that this is not where I want to go with this.
Something tells me that these girls, they are lured in by first of all, he's very good looking, and he's a movie actor, and he's got all this family money.
Yeah.
And I mean, the guy comes off as a catch. And when a girl sees that, she's like, oh, well, maybe I'll put up with a little bondage, and you can tie me up, and oh, maybe I'll be into that because it's so cool to be with Armie Hammer. Oh, maybe I'll let him carve his initials into me because, again, it's Armie Hammer.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are, how cool you are. We get to you carving initials in me.
We're on an island. It's me and Virginia. Yeah. Who would you rather eat? Be honest.
You. I just saw you. You look delicious.
I think I would be.
Yeah, you look delicious.
Yeah.
You've definitely put more sugar and fun fats into your.
I'm actually marinated perfectly for a cannibal.
The only question I'd have to look it up because I don't know if you'd be keto friendly because you eat so many carbs and sugars that you're all meat. So could a keto cannibal eat you and still stay in ketosis?
I mean, is Kevin on an island stranded trying to be in ketosis?
Yeah, I think you're gonna have
You're
to.
even going to stick to your diet on the island?
I probably would, Virginia. I'm that hardcore.
So annoying. Yeah. Then I hope you live, Virginia.
Your dedication
you got coconut
to keto.
Again, too much sugars. Okay, so tell me here, fun little game about Armie Hammer. They've also rebooted that cannibal show itself, Hannibal. It's now a TV show, isn't it?
I don't know.
I think it is, but I think it's got a different name now.
Yeah, they had to do the thing. So here's what I got for you. These are actual quotes. Some of them are from Armie Hammer, the real-life acting cannibal. Some of them are from the fake movie Hannibal. Who said what? They're cannibalistic quotes. Who said what? Is it Hannibal or Hammer? Okay.
That's tricky. Okay.
Quote number 1. I am 100% a cannibal. I want to eat you. What do you think? Virginia, is that Hannibal or Hammer?
I think that was Hannibal.
You think that was Hannibal? That was Army Hammer.
Yeah,
so,
that's not clever enough to be in Hannibal.
Yeah, when you say that, I'm like, okay, all right, I guess you are a cannibal then. I am 100% a cannibal. I want to eat you. So when you say those two sentences back to back, you'd be like, I think that guy is a cannibal then.
Well, if you're joking, where's the punchline?
There's no punchline. It's not done with if I were or I'm like a cannibal. It's like, no, I am 100%. So he even gives you a percentage. He's 100% cannibal. Okay.
The new show, too, on CBS is called Clarice.
That's right. I think there's some weird rules about what they can put in it.
Really?
And I think, like, maybe Clarice, they can't mention Hannibal Lecter. It was something like that I was reading about that show.
Okay.
Is it Jodie Foster's character?
Yes, but he's played by a different person.
Yeah, but they have to act
and
they have to act like the whole Hannibal Lecter thing never happened in her life. I think is what the ruling was on that.
So there's not going to be so many lambs?
It's kind of weird, yeah. What do you think about this, Jbird? Was this Hannibal Lecter or Army Hammer? Hannibal or Hammer? When the fox hears the rabbit scream, he comes a-running, but not to help.
There's no way that's Hammer. That's straight up Hannibal.
You think that is straight up Hannibal?
Bet my face on it.
Okay, yeah. That's a movie come on. Oh, okay. Okay, Jaybird's got a point. Virginia, you have to get on the board here. Hannibal or Hammer? Who said this quote? Have you ever seen blood in the moonlight? It appears quite black. What do you think?
That's got to be Hannibal.
That is Hannibal, yes.
Yeah. You cracked the code.
How about this one, Jaybird? I need to touch every part of you, inside and out. I want to bite pieces off of you.
That is Army Hammer.
That is Army Hammer. When you read his quotes, you're like, okay, maybe this guy really is a cannibal.
Well, he was kind of straight up about it all. I mean, there's no innuendo. You know he wants to eat you.
Yeah.
How about this quote? I need to eat your entire body.
I mean, the entire thing? So pretty much it's over for you.
He's like, I'm 100% a cannibal. I need to eat your... I mean, he's leaving no doubt.
No doubt.
And so anyone out there who's listening, be like, that guy's just all talk. I don't know. He's talking a lot about it. He's trying to leave no doubt.
The entire body, 100%.
Right.
I want to eat you.
There's a lot of definitives going into these statements about him being a cannibal. Okay, what about the Hannibal or Hammer? What do you think here, Virginia? Would you come and be my property till you die? If I wanted to cut off one of your toes and keep it with me in my pocket so I always had a piece of you in my possession, would you be cool with that? What do you think, Hannibal or Hammer?
Let's go Hammer.
That is Army Hammer again.
Wow.
Cut off a toe and he wanted to keep it?
He's a weird dude.
What a monster.
Yeah. Hannibal or Hammer? I never feel guilty eating anything. Who said that, Jaybird? Hannibal or Hammer?
That is Hannibal.
That is. The Hannibal quotes are normal.
They are.
The Army Hammer ones are the ones that are disturbing.
You're right.
But Army Hammer was telling these chicks, hey, I'm going to eat you. And it's no beating around the bush.
There's no doubt. Yes.
There's no doubt.
There's no like, I didn't understand what he meant. No, he said, I'm 100% a cannibal. I want to eat your entire body. There really is. There's no gray area.
There's no way he's ever coming back. You can't recover from this kind of scandal. A cannibal scandal? You can't come back.
Have we ever had that in Hollywood?
No.
This feels like a new one.
A cannibal, I think that there's no way you'll ever see him in a movie, right?
I think he's done. I
don't see how you can come back from that. Unless it's proven.
Unless it's the movie of his life where he plays himself eating chicks.
If he makes a comeback, Hollywood will let anyone back. At that point, any scandal that ever come up, be going, you guys let a cannibal back in.
If it's proven all that's real.
He's telling you it is. So believe him or don't.
I believe him.
He is absolutely leaving zero doubt that he is a cannibal.
It's more of the KVJ show right now on 97.9 WRMF.
There's a website saying that they can help you if you ever forget somebody's name. And if you think you might be running into them again, or like, oh my gosh, I got to figure out what their name is before I see him again. This is the strategy that they tell you to take. Flowingdata.com has this tool to help you guess somebody's name. How accurate it might be, I don't know. And does it really solve a problem? Probably not. But They say all you need is the first letter of their name and the decade they were born in. And then when you enter those two things, the website will spit out the 20 most common names for people born that decade. And it also tells you how likely each one is. For example, if you're a man born in the 1980s and your name starts with a B, there's a 50% chance your name is Brian, Brandon, or Ben. And if you're a woman born in the 90s, there's over a 40% chance that your name is Brittany, Brianna, or Brooke. That's how they break it down on flowingdata.com. But still, those are 3 names to choose from, and you're still not really sure what it is. But it does kind of, if nothing else, let you know how common different names were at different times.
Brianna. I knew a Brianna. Kind of a bully. Don't really like that name.
Not a big fan of that one, huh?
What did she do to you?
Yeah, she was just kind of mean. She used to take a number 2 pencil, a Dixon Ticonderoga pencil, as we all know. She used to jam it in my neck.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
That's a finishing move.
Yeah, but I think she had a weird crush on me. It was a weird ride, man.
Hurt the ones you love.
Yeah.
Hurt people.
That's kind of crazy. So... do you have a tactic for trying to get somebody's name if you've been introduced and it's past that threshold of you should know? You usually get one pass where it's like, I'm sorry, what was your name again? You can do that. But then if it's like, I'm sorry, tell me your name one more time, and you're on like time 2 or 3 or 4, then it's like, all right, dude, pay attention. What do you do to try to remember somebody's name, or how do you wind up getting that person's name? I typically will go to somebody that is a confident. What was their name again? Can you tell me? Like, shh, quiet.
I'll sometimes send my husband in if he hasn't met them yet, and I'll say, hey, babe, go introduce yourself.
Okay.
And then he'll come back and tell me what their name is. That works well.
I do this. I go, I knew somebody that had your name, but they spelled it weird. How do you spell your name?
Bob. B-O-B.
Okay, they spelled it with 3 B's and a U. Yeah, it's weird.
Babu?
That's why I ask why your name.
Their name was Babu.
And boom, it works. Oh, okay, Bob. It's his name.
Okay. All right, there you go. Thanks again to everybody who came out to Paws in the Park yesterday at the West Palm Beach waterfront. A lot of pets out there, a lot of pooches all around, lots of butt sniffing, and the dogs were doing it too. It was just kind of a very big dog, pet-friendly weekend. Saturday was actually National Love Your Pet Day. So we had all the themes going on. And they did a study for that saying 53% of dog owners say that they kiss their dogs more than their significant other. Whoa.
Dang.
How about that, huh? They're more kissable. Maybe that's what it is.
I had a dream last night that I had 2 dogs. I rescued them, and I was nursing them back to health. I just remembered when you said that.
How about that? Well, see, everybody, dogs are in your dreams.
Did they hate you?
No, they loved me.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
So, again, thank you to everybody that came out there. A beautiful day for weather and everything else. So it couldn't have been more perfect. So appreciate all that. Got another one right around the corner before you know. We'll have another one coming up. So if you missed yesterday, we'll have another Paws in the Park. Bird, before we get to the After the Show podcast, if you would wrap us up with your thought for the day.
Do you want it quick and short, or do you want it cheesy but possibly heartwarming?
Cheesy sounds delicious.
Okay. Don't tell me the sky's the limit when there are footprints on the moon.
Okay, yeah, there you go, right? What?
Do you want to watch the KVJ Show live or on demand? Find us on youtube.com/KVJ Show.